Okay, so like 2 days ago, I finally sold the little gray Bianchi commuter bike and got 3 $100 bills put in my hand. And wouldn't you know it, I just couldn't help myself, and I looked on Facebook Marketplace like I do. And someone had very few and very bad pictures of these 5 boxes of bike parts. Up about 100 miles north of here. I didn't want to go get them. I didn't want to look at them. There wasn't much good on the top. There's a Sagino crank on the top. Looked kind of cool. Said make an offer. I messaged him to see what he was thinking. He said $400. I said $200. He said the Sagino crank was worth $375, and sent me a screenshot of eBay. And I said, people can ask anything they want on eBay. Doesn't mean they're going to get it. So that crank's worth about $40. And he's like, no, it's worth $375. I'm like, the track version with the correct track chainring, those will go for more. You might get $375 for those when they're in fashion. But that's, he had him send me some pictures, like that's just a regular old road double. Nothing special about it. I was like, okay. And I told him I really couldn't do over 2, plus, an hour or 100-mile drive each way, and the gas, and I hate driving. And I don't like buying gas. I asked if he's coming to Portland anytime. He says, yeah, I have to go to Beaverton tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. So he met me kind of close in, off the freeway, like pretty close to my house, and brought all the parts. And I was really scared that it was going to be mostly old junk. But I saw some SUNTOUR derailleurs, nothing fancy. A couple of cranks, like the Schwinn crank was on the top, and it's like, whatever, no one cares, $20. There was the Sagino one, a couple things. So I got it home yesterday and made a teaser post, took a photo, made a little teaser post, and just pulled one thing on the top of each box. And one was a Shimano 600 seat post, a vintage one, early one, and one was a Dura-Ace stem. I'm like, okay, there's more stuff like this. I'll make my $300 back pretty quick and have lots of cool stuff to play with, lots of cool stuff to sell. The first thing I pull this box is a SUNTOUR Superb Pro, like 70s mid-reach brake. It's missing the barrel adjuster, but I'm hoping it's in the bottom of here somewhere. So we're gonna do an unboxing video on this cool random junk. I've resisted the urge to really dig through because I want to do this for the video. So come with me and let's check some of this stuff out. I'm going to start with this super heavy bag, see what's up. So we got this Sakai SX, like mountainy, touring-y triple. Sagino rings. It's 50, 42, 30. Kind of cool old style. Pretty sure I saw the matching left crank. Here is a cheap clamp-on, rusty, nothing special SUNTOUR derailleur. But it's nothing special pile. Here's kind of a medium-y cage SUNTOUR Cyclone derailleur. I've always thought these were very cool. They're really for 5 or 6 speed, but you can see the limit screw shelf is sitting right out here. And so I've taken these many times. I've taken a little small square file and just filed this down 2 or 3 millimeters, and then you can get 8 through 10 speed, no problem with these. And they look super cool and are way more fun than, boring modern-y stuff. So that's cool. SUNTOUR Cyclone. Here's a nice SUNTOUR AccuShift Edge. No desirability at all, but it's just like a cool old SUNTOUR derailleur. Cool knurled barrel adjuster. Like, it's kind of fun stuff. I'll put the nothing special pile. SUNTOUR MXC Mountain Triple, nothing special or cool. Probably no one wants that. Here's another SUNTOUR Cyclone, a little bit more sleek, maybe slightly more modern than the other one. It's in pretty good shape. Pulleys are like brand new. Like, that's cool. So whoever was hoarding the stuff kind of knew what he was doing. Probably somebody used to have a bike shop. Ooh, the SUNTOUR M2 matching front derailleur. So that's fun to have a matchy set. Cheapo, boring SUNTOUR stem shifters. Nothing special. Cool for kids building up townie bikes. Here is a matching set of the SUNTOUR M2 road derailleurs. Cyclone M2 28.6 seat clamp. These look really nice. Got a bunch of bottom bracket spindles in here. Sagino MT68. Looks pretty long. It's probably a mountain one. No cups for some reason. I'm going to probably skip through some of this less exciting stuff to make the video more fun. I'll do some editing and some cutting. Generic. Ooh! SUNTOUR Cyclone Black Clamp in very good lightly used shape. A little bit of scuffing on the inside, but that's pretty hot. I'm really hoping there's a matching rear derailleur for that. Ooh, SUNTOUR XC Comp front hub. Someone's going to be into that on the eBays. Another bottom bracket. Oh, this is the one I saw. Specialized 107 by 68. This has to be a track bottom bracket, right? But it's got Italian, it looks like an alloy off Mega Cup on this side. Alloy off Mega Cup on this side. Yeah, I wonder if someone had this in a track bike. Yeah, 36, this is Italian. Italian cups. The 68mm spindle, so somebody knew what he was doing, or didn't know what he was doing, really mismatching some parts. Here's that SUNTOUR Superb Pro brake. I'm going to set aside, really hope we find some more parts. Maybe a matcher. Crappy SUNTOUR GPX, scuffy rear derailleur. It's missing the pivot bolt. Maybe it's in this box. Maybe this is just for parts. Here's another, what I believe to be SUNTOUR Cyclone derailleur, but with the logo removed. It's pretty cool. Part of a SUNTOUR shifter. Oh, I hate it when parts just all explode everywhere, especially shifters and little hard things. Here's another vintagey SUNTOUR Cyclone derailleur. Looks like an earlier one. It's got a built-in cable stop. It's a little scruffy and choppy down here, but it doesn't feel as bad as it looks. I bet it'll shift fine. Another spindle. A full Ziploc bag with what appears to be maybe some SUNTOUR cam lock brakes. That's cool. It's cool for somebody who needs them because special braze-on's the only thing that will fit. It looks relatively complete. It's all taped up so the bushings don't fall out. It's got the special little straddles. So that's cool for the eBays. Another SUNTOUR AccuShift silver gray little road derailleur with all the hardware, and it looks like some sort of light action device on it. Plastic. And a little Shimano old road racy freewheel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 speeds. It looks very good. Very lightly used to possibly new old stock. It looks very good. That's pretty cool and exciting. Ooh, Shimano 600 freewheel that also looks very good to maybe new old stock. Really, a 5-speed Shimano 600 freewheel. That's very cool. Bad Paul's on a super cheap Shimano Singapore freewheel. You know, some of the old guys, especially the old SUNTOUR stuff, would take apart freewheels and save things and pull them apart. And I've done it on Shimano ones once or twice, and there's really no reason or bother. It'll probably just go in the recycling. Oh, here's a Dura-Ace front derailleur that is missing a bolt down here and a bolt here, and it's like a really, really early one. Maybe. Looks kind of beat up. It's been pulled apart, put back together a few times. Maybe someone will care a few bucks worth on eBay. Maybe. Here's some more of these SUNTOUR shifters missing all their parts. Ooh, another bag of SUNTOUR derailleurs. Ooh, a nice early Cyclone. Ooh, front and rear. Let's open this bag. It's kind of nice. So clamp-on power ratchet down tube shifters. These are the best inexpensive shifters ever made. They're just wonderful. This early logo in very good shape Cyclone, kind of long cage rear derailleur with a little clamper dude. God, it's so clean and nice. Whoever did this definitely had a, like a soak tank. The matching front with a little black logo. Very good shape. Cable stop. This is a beautiful, beautiful derailleur set. This is just gorgeous. I put this on a show bike. So nice. So nice. Here's something exciting. Cassette and a pile of paper towels. So it's a used indexing cassette. Interesting. Oh, it's a used SUNTOUR indexing cassette. That's cool. I've never even actually seen one of these. It's like 7 speeds. For a while I thought about doing this in my first rando bikes. It's just so hard to find anything silver or cool or high quality. And here it is, SUNTOUR XC Comp cassette rear derailleur. Cassette rear hub. And the cassette. You can get these hubs fairly inexpensive off of eBay, new old stock all day, but you cannot get those cassettes for any amount of money. 10 years ago you could get them for like $150, but I feel like now you can't pay anything. This hub body's loose. There's a little sharpied arrow to one spoke hole in here. I wonder if it was causing them problems or causing the spoke to break, or maybe that was about a spoke before it was torn down. Yeah, this thing definitely need to be overhauled and adjusted. That'd be fun. I've never pulled one of these apart. So I'll probably go to eBay land because it's possibly valuable. This bag's getting close to the bottom. Another single SUNTOUR shifter blade. Here's a... oh. Ha! It's another SUNTOUR cassette. It's held together on the cassette body, so it's an extra body just removed from the hub with the cassette. And they're very much like Shimano Uniglides. Looks like it just threads off and the whole cassette body slides right out. It's pretty cool. Spare parts. And this looks like it has like no miles on it. It's probably why I was saving it. Here's some bag stuff. SUNTOUR 6-speed, 13 through 28. Standard, it says. Old 4-bolt tool. And does it say anything cool? SUNTOUR, Medea. Sometimes they say Winter Pro or whatever. It's in immaculate new old stock shape. It very much looks new old stock. It doesn't look like it's ever had a chain on it. That's cool. SUNTOUR freewheels used to go for outrageous money on eBay, and I feel like they do not anymore. But it's another Shimano freewheel that also looks like it's new old stock and has never had a chain on it. New old stock 7 because the modern Shimano freewheels are so crappy. You can get like 1 to maybe 600 miles out of them. They're just for Walmart bikes. And I used Philwood hubs in my first handmade frame because the Philwood threaded hubs for freewheels were in my price range, and the cassette hubs were 4 times the price. And yeah, I just destroyed the Shimano freewheels like once a month. It was crazy. SUNTOUR Perfect used freewheel, but in very nice, lightly used shape. Here's another loosey-goosey for parts SUNTOUR Perfect freewheel. These little SUNTOUR ones are easy to pull apart and swap out spacers and cogs and rearrange, and this definitely has put together wrong. It's too much space in between 2 of these gears. But pretty cool. Another SUNTOUR shift blade with no guts. Cheap shitty Sunrace, so some of these parts are fairly modern. Cheap knockoff, question mark. It says Sunrace right on it, Bo. Another SUNTOUR, god, beautiful new old stock freewheel. God, these are just gorgeous. I would have killed for these when I had a shop. There's still a lot of vintage stuff. I once found a guy selling new old stock SUNTOUR freewheels one at a time on eBay. I bought 3 or 4 from him. And he had like a make offer thing, and this was 10 years ago, Kenton, and I was making offers, and I kept going lower and lower. He kept saying yes and yes. I finally asked how many he had. It's like, oh, I got like 100 left. I'm like, what do you want for all of them? I think I gave him $400 for the whole case, and we had new old stock, really nice SUNTOUR freewheels for 4 or 5 years. Wanted everything. It was wonderful. It sounds like $25 a piece. SUNTOUR Index 7-speed new, 13 through 28. God, it's black. It's gorgeous. Another 6-speed. God, this is some good stuff, but there are no small parts in here. So that's a drag. No barrel adjuster for me. But at least these freewheels back in here just to get them out of the way. But yeah, there's probably $300 worth of freewheels in here if there's any justice in the world, so I should make my money back just on these guys, hopefully. Some of these should go for $50 to $150. Box 2. Okay. I have no idea about BMX stuff. Some of it is worth its absolute weight in gold. Some of it is cheap Walmart stuff and worth $0. So I have no idea. This is a Mongoose black stem. It looks like it might be the through bolt, so you can run the brake cable and housing through the bolt, so you can do full-on bar spins, which I think is cool. For $21,100, it's like that HL or JL brand. So $21,100 makes me think that this is probably, late 70s, early 80s. So this might be worth $400, or maybe it's worth $5. We'll find out. What else is in this weird box? A medicine bottle full of spoke nipples that all look used and crusty. So I doubt they're rare or interesting. This is probably going to go recycling. Yay, a bunch of little zip ties. I love little zip ties. A red tool handle or something. A little red patch kitty case. Zip ties I'm saving. That stuff's all probably going recycling. Some early Shimano, like the little half straddle cable things for cantilevers. I never really use those, but I should. They actually are supposed to work really good and be great. Ooh, some specialty ferrules. Little mushroom top caps. Ooh, 2 sets of red alloy mushroomy top caps. One of those are BMX or something. Ooh, some rare little step downy ferrules. Lots of little mushroom caps. Ooh, a couple of like the nice fat Diacomp specific ones you have to have. You can't use the Diacomp levers. Those are always great to have extras of. One little Shimano plastic barrel adjuster head. Yeah, several different styles of these magic little step down ferrules. I'm always telling everyone to save and not throw away, and they always throw them away, and then you're absolutely boned because you cannot build cool old bikes. A weird alloy version. It's like super shallow. So cool, man. So fun, rare parts. Bunch of bags. Here's the Sugino Mighty Competition outer ring. These are 3/32 road rings, but they're like from the 70s, so they could be used as track rings or single speed rings for sure. It's a 48 tooth. Here's the Sugino crank it goes on. I'm betting it's 144 BC. This is one he thought was worth $375. The threads look great. The tapers look very good. These cranks are super clean, but they're a road double, not track. And just the regular 171s, 47B. I don't know if that means anything, but these are cool cranks. I mean, I've seen them go for between $40 and $80, and honestly, I kind of want to use these on a single speed or track bike of my own because it's hot, hot, hot. Oh, that's a little sad. So here's the matching non-drive side, which looks also immaculate on the outside. Very nice threads, very nice tapers. But something happened to it on the back. Someone tried to hammer it off or pry it off or do something, but it's not that much. I've seen a lot worse. The tapers still look real square and nice. I bet it'll ride just fine. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. A DB stem for BMX, 22.2. Also looks like it's the undersized 21.1, early Schwinn and Japanese size stuff. So yeah, could be worth $0, could be worth $300. Another matching weird red tube of a handle. Looks like another really lightweight stem bolt. It looks rusty and steel, but it's really light. So who knows? A red piece of probably new old stock SUNTOUR AccuShift housing. That's kind of cool. Here is a bag. And inside it is more bags. What looks like, oh, like a Weiman 3-speed little round head shifter cable. Round head on one side and a little derailleur on the other side. That's pretty cool. Some Hooray Simplex French shift cables. They have underside head, and I've worked on a lot of vintage French bikes, and I have taken a lot of regular road cables and carefully on a bench grinder twisted them and ground those heads down to fit. It's very stupid annoying and very cool to find new old stock Hooray Simplex cables. Oh, this one has a little head and the round head. So the old shifters had the round head. So like double-sided cables. Universal derailleur wire. And oh yeah, more of the Weimans 3 speeds. Weiman 3 speeds. So these are probably going on eBay because there are still guys who mess with these old 3-speed shift things, and it's pretty cool, but I sure hell will not mess with old internal hubs anymore. Learned my lesson. I've lost my ass. I'm not into it. Just like a modern East Sunlight straddle cable with like the pinch thing for like modern or like vintage cantilevers. These are worth their weight in gold. Some more just random chunks of Shimano housing that aren't interesting at all. A very long, very skinny bolt. I have no actual idea what this is for. One part of a cheap seat post cradle. One part of a cheap cantilever brake hardware. And then several bags of cool old SUNTOUR instructions. Yeah, factory derailleur adjustment and power shift control instructions. Someone might think these are cool on eBay. I don't know how rare or cool they really are. It'd be cool to make real nice scans of them and promote the internet for free for everyone to see. Yeah, that's what I should do, see if the scanner works on my printer. Quick adjust info for Shimano SIS index system with a little tool. Quick adjust. Oh, this is like some grip shift instructions. I do not think grip shift is cool or worth messing with or saving at all. Here's a whole bunch of what appears to be chain pins. No, there's little hollow pins. I have no idea what they're for. And some cable NURPs. I wonder if there's some early style of cable NURP. And a bunch of little clear little cable donuts for anti-slap. Most of these are used. I have no idea why I'm going to save that. This bag's the most interesting. Specialized computer instructions. Mathhauser brake shoes. Sturmey Archer maintenance instructions. Pump instructions. Turbo. Just some old... Someone saved all their paperwork and put $1 price, 25-cent price tags on most of it. Old computers. Put this sheet midsole, some sticker for your cool Shimano shoes. Ooh, a Voyager Sport Recreation pack like the old style handlebar bag. Some cool instructions for that. I might take photos of that just because it's like really high color and really nice. Some junk, an old Peugeot brochure. It's kind of cool. This looks like it's mostly in French. Some German. Some maintenance for your Simplexy derailleurs. It's for like really cheapy old Peugeot bikes. Whatevs. Maybe someone will think that's cool on eBay. I don't know. Let's get into some weird stuff. So here is this 110 Shimano Dura-Ace stem. I just got some old Dura-Ace cranks and a rear derailleur and a rear hub. I'm thinking about doing a weird Dura-Ace 1x vintagey build, so this stem is going to my private collection. A Shorty Chinelli 80mm stem. These were going for some serious dough on eBay for a while, but I noticed it's got a weird Sagino bolt. So the Chinelli one broke a long time ago, and some Sagino clone or maybe a seat post binder bolt, that's what I'm guessing, replaced it. It's got a $10 price tag on it, but I really feel like these shorter Chinelli stems, we're going for a lot more than that. It is a new logo, so it's like 80s instead of 70s. But all the old guys trying to find the shortest stems possible. All their old long stem race bikes. Super cool plastic reflector. ACS narrow front hub that's pitted and dead. I think this box is going to be my go-through, probably recycle box. Some Shimano not matching pedals. There's a 105 pedal and a totally generic pedal. Let's see if we can find the matches. Sweet Abner, maybe exercise bike pedal or something really weird. I saw this in the pictures, but I only saw the one. It's a specialized, like, flat platform mountain pedal. I think if there's a pair of these, this might be interesting or valuable to somebody. I think it's a rotor touring pedal. It's real flat. It can take toe cages. Comes out to hold your shoe. Looks like it's got a little lip for your toe straps. This is it's really light. That's a cool pedal if the matches here. Here's what I thought looked like a cool seat post, but it looks totally generic. It's a super light steel tube though. But there's no markings of any kind. So I don't know if it's just a generic. Oh wait, there's some down here. I think it says 26.6. But I can't tell if it's an old SUNTOUR or a Sagino or Dura-Ace or something cool. I just can't tell, but it's so light. I bet it's something cool. Here's the other generic Shimano triangle pedal. I used to be able to get like $50 for the Shimano 600 version of these, but I got like $15 for the last really nice set. So I bet these are worth $0, but I'll see if some old collector wants them from eBay for $10. Barely worth my time to even make the listing and dig them out and deal with them. Old Diacomp road lever, the rotten hood. Old Weeman road lever, I don't care. Oh yeah! ACS mountain bike. Maybe, yeah, I think it's like a mountain bike for like the motorcycle style bars. Definitely looks undersized, looks 70s. It's kind of a badass stem. It's not what I'd call light. Slingshot stem, I think they call them. Ooh, seat post, you look kind of cool. What are you? Just an SR Leprod. It's got black top. It's kind of cool. Fluted, 27.2, real short. Not light, but pretty cool. Oh, the matching Abner pedal with one crack. No idea if anyone desires it out there. Probably don't. Here's a used generic Shimano cheapy BS parallax hub. That doesn't feel particularly smooth. Another tall but short SR stem, the predecessors to the Nitto Technomics. I think these things are cool. And I can usually get about $12 for them, but people care about them less and less. People would rather spend $70 on a used Technomic than go with a nice old SR stem. Ooh, a single black scuffy cool Diacomp with the Anarchy A. Kind of all the parts missing. Just what I needed, some more mountain bike, seat collar-y, clampy, quick releasey stuff no one cares about. I'm gonna go right into that recycle box. Okay, oh, here we have a bag with a zillion top tube cable clamps. And they all look cheap and generic. The guy was trying to tell me how much all this stuff was worth. It's like, there's $100 worth of spokes in this bag. And I'm like, I don't think there's anything spoke-wise that's ever worth $100 unless you have like a brand new box of DT Swiss in a really good size. So slightly scuffed up, kind of old SR flat sort of touring pedal. These are always fun and cool. If there's a match, it would be cool. Another cheap generic, but kind of black and cool fluted seat post. It looks really undersized, 26.0. So, you know, old mountain bikey stuff. Maybe some Italian road bikey stuff. Another Diacomp with a dead hood. I wonder if these are the $100 for the spokes he was talking about. They just have a D on them, but not a DT Swiss, or maybe it's a U. It's definitely just some old straight gauge spokes. Maybe they're a rare Schwinn thing or something and they're worth money, but I doubt it. Yay, a Suzu quick release. That's just junk. Cool old Simplex quick release in good shape. It's kind of cool. But no one's cared about quick releases on the eBay lately. Gravel bikes have wrecked everything. Ooh, here's a fun bag of some hardware. Ooh. So there's some of the cool thick alloy Diacomp front straddle cables for cannies with the quick releases built in. Slightly cheaper version. That C-notch so it can slide open to quick release on and off. It's pretty cool. I think these things are cool. There's matching sets. Oh, there's one of the fun fat ones, the giant pulley wheel. Hey, the other flat touring pedal. Also slightly ground on, but not bad. Feels great. It's totally cool. These fat weird toe cages for boots or whatever, or regular shoes for touring. These are kind of gorgeous. I really think these are cool. Oh, the matching 105 pedal. No one's going to care about. Maybe I'll get $10 for it. Sits on eBay forever and ever. Some shift grips with the little metal O-ring that everyone forgets and loses. You need to put between the grip and the actual shifter. So there's some friction to turn on. Otherwise the grip will just dig into the shifter and it won't shift. It'll stick to the grip. So that's cool if I ever touch another grip shift again, which I will not. A whole bag of miscellaneous crank bolt dust covers, which is always fun. It's always sad when I get a nice old bike that's real clean and nice but missing like one dust cover. So I love having random bags of mismatched ones and things. Because matching sets are usually too nice and they'll sell them. You really get $20 for these on eBay. The mismatched ones are cool to hang on to, so you always get bikes with mismatched stuff. Ooh, it's got a little bee on it. Ah! Seriously channeling my childhood. Be safe, be seen. Slap bracelet. Orange reflective. I'm in love with this. This is in my private collection for sure. Some more random chunks of dead housing. Specialized skewers. 2 front specialized skewers. One of them's got the cool campy style with the little wing nutty thing on it. I think these are cool for like touring bikes. The old style, you can hook your pannier straps to them. Ooh, there's a little brake. Oh, it's just a Blaze brake. Low end, early 90s stuff. But it's got some really cool Scott Mathauser pads, are almost new, which were probably black and the anno faded to gold. Little pad holders. These are maybe worth some money, some BMX kids or something. Some old Bonotto plastic tape, hilarious. And a specialized rear with the correct matching little skewer thing. So that's a cool set of specialized skewers. You said there's a lot of new old stock stuff in here. There's a sticker on these. I wonder if these are new old stock. So much for the easy boxes. Alright. Box 4. A broken clamp-on lamp. Seat post. It's got the weird double stupid head with the nuts, but also halfway integrated. It's Callaway 26.4, not e-bikey, whatever. And here's one I pulled right off the top of the box today I was very excited about. Shimano 600. Can you see it? Shimano 600 road post button, 26.6. So it's a weird size, man. Another super generic, scuffed up, nothing special, very heavy post. It's 27 something. Super thick. Here's some sort of old KT Taiwan, either freewheel or BMX hub. It's got a big spacer. I'm gonna say it's for cheap freewheel. Maybe someone will care. Exarge mountain front, missing the lock nuts. No one's gonna care about that at all. This is fun. Here's a tennis ball with a slit in it. I think probably for putting it on the bottom of a chair, keep them sliding around. That's the thing people did in the 90s. Maybe you could hide some money in it and stash it with your dog toys. The bad guys not find it. Sweet grip chips. Oh, all right. Here's another one of these specialized pedals. So hopefully this is a match to that other one. And in good shape. Oh, it is a match, left and right. Cool, nice set, man. I'm in. I'm into those. So far, I haven't found that much really valuable stuff. 27.0 SR Leprod seat post with the cheap stamped steel head. Not light at all, but cool. Weird size, you don't see too often. Here's a nice black Shimano hood that looks brand new. Ooh, another nice black Diacomp hood looks brand new. Okay, we're getting some weird stuff now. Oh, another crank dust cap. Norco. Let's get some weird derailleurs. So here is a Campanello Velox, super cheap stamped rear derailleur. Probably some cheap 70s bike. I know they made some like Tulio derailleurs or whatever from. Made like a really low end set, but never seen a Velox rear. It's interesting. Here is another Velox rear. Okay. Here is another Valentino Campagnolo, but this one's really old and it's all steel instead of alloy. I wonder if this is actually like a 50s one or something cool. Nah, it's got cheap plasticky things. I wonder if someone just stripped the chrome off it for some reason. Huh. Oh boy. Here's another set of Zeus Criterium derailleurs. Well, the front's a Campanello, like cheapy Grand Sporter Valentino, but it's kind of nicer. Another Campanello body, and then a Zeus Criterium rear. It's either a Campy knockoff or maybe made by Campy for Zeus, which is a Spanish frame building bike brand. It looks kind of like a Campy Grand Sport. Oh, here's cheap seat post parts, mismatched and whatever. Ooh, here's something. Here's a bag with 2 sets of SUNTOUR bar end shifters. Both of them look to be in good shape and have all the correct hardware and bits. So these guys are worth, $40 to $80 a pair now. Power ratchet bar and shifter, so thank God finding stuff that's worth some dough. That's pretty cool. Oh, what's this? Oh, another bag of bar and shifters. These appear to all be finger control Shimano rip-offs of the SUNTOUR. There's a bunch of sets in here. 1, 2. Jesus. Okay. Probably worth 10 or 20 bucks at least each. Some more cool dust caps. Some more cool dust caps. Ooh. 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 I only see the one, but it is the Simplex Super LJ Power Ratchet. The pretty stuff and all taped together, so it's got all the hardware, and it is the drive side. So I want to do a one-by with a really beautiful, beautiful old Simplex retro friction These are the best shifters. I mean, other than like the nice power ratchets by SUNTOUR, these retro frictions are just fantastic. I use them on a lot of old vintage bikes. They do not slip. They're wonderful. Oh, that is very hot. I hope the matching sets in here. Some random like cantilever bolts, an empty bag, a random alloy lock nut. It's light and cool. Some random hardware, dust cap, one key release Shimano. So these dust caps are cool because they're like a mix between old style dust caps and 8mm crank bolts. They take like an 8mm crank bolt underneath this dust cap and it just pulls against this dust cap, which is steel. So you can pull your whole crank with just an Allen key instead of needing special tools. Very cool, unless you're worried about someone coming along and stealing your cranks. Alright, more bags. And what do we have here? A bunch of campy shifters. Clamp on early style with the cable thing. I think this is pre-Novo record or early Novo record. I don't think it's Grand Sport. I don't know, it could be all that cheap Valentino stuff, so what do I know? Looks like stamped steel and not chrome. It's probably that cheap Valentino stuff. These ones definitely are. The cheap bolts and cheap heads instead of these D-rings. And some more random parts and shifter blades for them. So nothing expensive or fancy. Some campy kids might pay a little bit of money for these. No clue. Could be something very cool and rare. Track bottom bracket. Could be just cheap junk no one cares about. Hey, there's a old Veta saddle. It's not totally dead in here. Cool. Veta Tri-Shock, bro. I'm gonna put this on something and ride it. SUNTOUR cog. Oh, snap. 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 This appears to be a Brazon Hooray Jubilee front derailleur. I've never even seen one of these or even heard that existed. Patent made in France, very low miles, very nice, all the hardware. Okay. Hooray Jubilee front derailleur in excellent condition. This Hooray Jubilee stuff, when 10 years ago when 650D was getting big, everyone wanted the old Frenchy stuff. Guys were paying $300, $400, $500 for some nice Hooray Jubilee derailleurs. So this is big time hotness. The correct matching clamp on shifters, and this stuff's just like immaculately clean. It looks like it's never been used or went through a really nice parts washer. And the matching Hooray Jubilee rear derailleur. It's definitely been used, but very lightly. Barely scuffy. Hot damn. This is like the highest end, lightest weight, best functioning old French stuff. So just gorgeousness. This thing doesn't weigh anything. It is so crazy light. This bag of stuff is the hottest stuff I've found so far. This is very, very cool. So throw back this bag and get it all stuffy. Wow, that is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. Makes me want to find some new old stock French tubes and build a vintage French racing or engineering bike around those derailleurs. Wow, those derailleurs were hot. It's almost like hard to look. Bottom bracket lock ring. Another dust cap. SUNTOUR grease guard dust cap. Those are cool. Gino dust cap. God, I can't even look at the rest of this stuff. It's just so much. Matching Diacomp hood. So I got what, 2 Diacomps and 1 Shimano? Some SUNTOUR shifters, which may or may not have all the little friction plates and things. Some down tube friction shifters. All sorts of random bolts and bobs. Broken derailleur pulley. A big giant bag of SUNTOUR bar end shifters. Looks like one of these is missing its special bolt at least. So maybe some for parts, maybe some for function. Yeah, this one's definitely a part. So some are scuffy, but still $40 a piece, or a pair, man. There's a lot of pairs in here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So at least 5 pairs plus parts. Whew. Another dust seal. Oh, baby, baby. Oh, baby, baby. Okay. Here's some good stuff. A nice set of Sugino used self-extracting crank bolts. That's cool. Big, fat bottom bracket lock ring. But, boomba. This is the other matching Simplex Super LJ retro friction shifter in mint condition. So I have the matching set in here. These are so hot. I wonder if I should put them on thummy pods just to mess with people. And there's a bunch of lock rings in here. A few front cable stops. Yeah, a lot of bottom bracket lock rings. A few down tube shift bosses. You know, these adapters. These are always great to have. I love them. Use them anytime I'm using indexing shifters or either drifters or bar ends or whatever. I turn a lot of old down tube bikes into flat bar shifters and use these. A lot of crank bolts. A weird bolt-on cable stop. It's probably very rare and worth $1 million to someone, but I don't know what it is, so I'll be able to list it correctly and they'll never find it. Cool. Last bag in here is a V-brake set that seems to be totally unlabeled and super cheap and generic and completely and totally uninteresting in any way, shape, or form. And we still got 1 box left. Alright, last box. Make my day. Be all the best stuff. Be all the matching stuff, at least. Whole bag of mostly lightly used cool stop pads. Probably most of them are rock hard, not worth anything. Some of them have really weird hardware. Maybe they'll wear something that'll BMX guys. A new old stock set of Dior cantilever brakes. I peeked in this box the other day because I just had to know. There's regular Dior ones. They're not XT or anything fancy, but they're new in the box. That's pretty cool. A complete Weeman 605 brake. I don't know if this is cool or not. I seriously doubt it, but it's complete. Go on eBay, see if anyone wants to give me $10 for it. Shimano Big 52 Road Ring Biopace. Maybe some wingnut cares. Here's another Sugino ring, a 54. So those psychotic Sugino cranks, the little ring was the 48. 4854. There's your road double. F you. 4854. Unrideable. But, you know, cool. Here's an early Shimano W-Cut 52. Kind of looks like a Dura-Ace ring with these weird slots in it. It's in very good shape. Maybe someone will care. Another garbage Weeman brake. Plastic cat-eye toe clips. Sugino AT crank. These are really cool. Early 11074s. Only 170, so maybe like a road touring crank. It's got a little SR32 ring. It's got an inner ring of a 45 by 110, so that's a good size. I like doing that for a lot of single speeds and one bys and stuff. The tapers look amazing. The threads look amazing. This crank's probably only came on or off one bike ever. Still need to find the non-drives to these two crank sets. Here's a bunch more old used brake pads. Oh, some superb ones. There's some here that are worth a couple bucks to collectors. I think he said there's a bunch of new old stock brakes. That must be what these are. Diacomp new old stock BMXy brakes. Maybe worth something to some collectors. Brake pads, I mean. Bunch of cheap Diacomp brake pads. Some more fun little rings. Hella Biopaste 26 tooth. Little tiny ring. I think these are probably 11074, but yeah. Little 28 alloy Sagino ring. Cool. Uh-oh. Here's a really nice Sagino AT. Nice pedal threads, self-extractor bolts, little 30 tooth ring. I'm still missing all the non-drive cranks except the Sagino things. God, I really hope they're in the bottom of this box. I'm gonna cry if they're not. Okay, there's definitely 4 or 5 in the bottom. Whew. Maybe some of them will be good. An old shitty Raleigh brake and parts. Old Cool Stop Continental pad. I cannot believe it. Someone would save that. Here is a big box of Scott Malthauser brake pads. And I believe some of them are very lightly used. And maybe some of them are new old stock. They're all looking kind of very lightly used. There's a couple new old stock ones in here. This guy pays real money for those. Those are cool. Oh, there's a bunch of maybe new old stock Mayfac pads. 4 dots. They're all going to be rock hard and unusable. Bunch of Weeman pads. There's some Adolos. Maybe some collectors will want some of that stuff. New old stock. Back when they were $4.99, gray Cool Stops are probably rock hard now, but they might not be. They're cool. A mismatched shitty brake lever with no bolts. Maybe we'll find its match. Big, heavy Shimano integrated shifter brake lever. Clunky horribleness. It's beat up and scuffy match. 7-speed. Another big, weird, cheap Shimano mountain bike brake lever. Another match to that. Ooh, a small, but it's slightly scuffed up, but it's a Campagnolo toe cage. That's pretty cool if there's a match. Big, cool, bolt-on-y, BMX-y, or motorcycle-y style, Shimano brake lever. Another big, cheap Shimano 7-speeds. I think these are basically the brake levers that are on my track. This LX group. But whatever, for building commuter bikes. Alright, here's some cranks. Here's a Sakai CX 165 drive side mountain triple. Great for doing a little short bike single speed conversion if it's got a match. Oh god, come on. Sagino AT with no logo. 170. This one's a no logo 170, but a little more scuffy. A8, A9. What's this one? C3. But at least we have a matching set. Here's a little Sakai 165. It's got a matching set of that cheap crank. Come on. Oh, the nice Sagino AT with the self-extractor and the logos. Thank God that's a matching set. And one last cheapy crank. SR 170. I bet it's to that Schwinn crank I buried in here. So good. All the cranks appear to be here. Here it is. Ugh. Yes. Yeah. Matchy matchy. Look at that. Oh, here's some vintage new old stock Cool Stop pads with a really cool old Cool Stop sticker I've never seen before. So these are definitely from before I was into bikes, so it's cool. Cheapy pump that probably works just fine. Another cheapy. Oh, this one says DuralX at least, so you know, at least it's cooler. Some more used, very weird old cables. Some cool little top hat mushroom ferrules. Appears to be some sort of beer can shim that's much higher quality than an actual beer can. And a block of wood. What a way to end the video on. Nice block of wood. And that was box 5. You can see my pile of $300. Was it worth it? Yeah. Definitely got $300 for the nice parts here, maybe another $100 or $200 for the shitty parts here, and a bunch of stuff to use. I mean, I think I'll make my money back, but it'll take a bunch of time. I don't think I'll get rich off any of this stuff, but it's super cool, and there's some usable stuff. Dura stems, Geno cranks, the Hooray Jubilee derailleurs, those Simplex retro friction shifters. I mean, that stuff I would have died for. Stuff I paid like hundreds of dollars for on eBay back in the past for builds. So that stuff alone is definitely worth it. But now I got to go through all this junk and try and fit a bunch of it into my personal stash, and a bunch of it into my to put on eBay stash. But now I got a good idea what I got at least. So thanks for watching.